Be prepared. Everything you thought was normal today is about to shift. Nobody saw this coming. Not the astrologers, not the spiritualists. This portal wasn't on anyone's radar. And yet, here we are. March 24th, 2025. Something has been unlocked. And whether you realize it or not, it's already affecting you. If you can't see the 639 in today's date, don't worry, I'll break it down in just a minute. But first, you need to understand it. This isn't just another energetic shift. Something is happening today that has never been accessible before. Some people won't even notice, but for those who do, reality is about to feel different. And there's one specific reason why your dreams tonight might not be dreams at all, but prophecies. Most people won't realize what's happening until it's too late, so keep watching because I'll break it all down later. You do not want to miss this. But before we get to that, we need to talk about the numbers, because once you see them, you'll never unsee them. Right now, in this very moment, a hidden frequency is vibrating through today's date. A frequency so powerful, it's been called the key to unlocking new realities. This is closely related to the well-known 369 frequency. Look closer at today's date. If you add the digits of the day, 2 plus 4, it equals 6. And then we have March, the third month. And lastly, 2025 adds up to 9. This isn't a coincidence. This is a portal. The 639 frequency is directly linked to transformation, spiritual awakening, and deep emotional shifts. If this pattern sounds familiar, it's because it's highly significant on a spiritual level. Think of it like an energetic password, a hidden key unlocking something deeper in reality. And the craziest part? This portal is open now, but it won't stay open forever. So what happens if you tap into it? What happens if you ignore it? Keep watching, because what's coming next might just change everything. First the mind, then the body, then the soul. Right now, whether you realize it or not, you're being hit by a triple wave of energy. And no, this isn't just some abstract concept. It's happening to you in real time. The first wave hits the mind. Wild ideas, intense clarity, overthinking. Your thoughts feel like they're moving at light speed. One moment, you're questioning everything. The next, you're unlocking a perspective you never saw before. That's not random. That's the energy doing its job. Then, the second wave moves into the body. A slight dizziness, that weird buzzing sensation in your spine, a feeling like you're not quite in your body. Don't panic. Your physical form is adjusting. This isn't sickness, it's an upgrade. And finally, the third wave hits the soul. A sudden knowing, a feeling that something big is shifting, even if you can't put it into words. Manifestations are happening faster, synchronicities are showing up everywhere. It's as if the universe is responding to your thoughts in real time. This is why you're feeling everything all at once. It's not just energy, it's an acceleration of you. You're lighting up like a beacon. Right now, your energy isn't just shifting, it's radiating. This 639 portal is charging you up, whether you're aware of it or not. And the thing about energy, it doesn't just stay hidden. That's why people are reacting to you differently. You might notice someone staring at you a second longer than usual. Maybe someone randomly strikes up a conversation with you like they've known you forever. It's like your presence is pulling them in, like a magnet. They don't even realize why, but you do. Your aura isn't just stronger, it's undeniable. And it's not just people who are noticing. There are things that exist just beyond our perception. Some call them guides, some call them spirits, some call them something else entirely. But one thing is certain, they see you. You've stepped into a different frequency and now you're visible. But before you let fear creep in, listen carefully. This isn't something to be afraid of. You're not being watched because you're vulnerable. You're being watched because you've reached a level where they can finally acknowledge you. And that's when it gets interesting. Because when they acknowledge you, they might just start communicating. Are you ready for that? Because whether you are or not, it's already begun. What you speak today could become your reality tomorrow. Right now, you're standing in one of the most powerful manifestation windows we've seen in a long time. The 639 frequency isn't just energy, it's a direct bridge between your mind, your heart, and your reality. That means whatever you focus on today, whatever you charge with emotion, whatever you truly believe, is about to lock in. Think about that for a second. Your words are spells. Your thoughts are instructions. Your emotions, the fuel. This is the frequency of instant alignment, but it only works if you feel it. Half-hearted wishes won't cut it. If you want something to manifest, you have to see it, taste it, feel it, as if it's already done. Your subconscious needs to believe it's real before the universe does. So don't just think it. Write it down, speak it out loud, visualize it like it already happened. This portal will take it from thought to fact. But here's the catch. This energy won't last forever. If you don't use it, you'll miss it. Use it before it closes. And once you do, don't be surprised when new faces start appearing in your life. The strangers you meet after today aren't random. They're soul contracts activating. Something shifts when you pass through the 639 portal. It's not just about energy, it's about alignment. Old connections that no longer serve you, they start to fade. Conversations feel different. Certain people you used to vibe with just don't resonate anymore. And that's okay, because new energy is taking their place. From this moment forward, the people coming into your life aren't accidents. That person who unexpectedly crosses your path, the one who instantly feels familiar, that sudden reconnection that seems to come out of nowhere, none of it is random. It's written. Your frequency has shifted, and now the universe is responding. You're stepping into a version of yourself that no longer fits old cycles, old dynamics, old roles. And when that happens, the people meant for the old you start falling away. The people meant for the new you start showing up. This isn't loss, it's alignment. These new souls are arriving because they carry something you need. A lesson, a message, a key to the next stage of your journey. Some will stay, some will go, but each one is part of a greater design that has been waiting for you to reach this exact moment. So if someone new enters your life today, don't brush it off. They might just be the person you've been waiting for. I told you earlier that there was a reason why your dreams tonight might not be dreams at all. Now let's go deeper, because what's coming through tonight could change everything. When you sleep after passing through a portal like this, it's not just rest, it's an initiation. Your subconscious isn't drifting off into random stories, it's stepping into a dimension where time isn't linear, where future, past, and parallel realities blend together, where truth arrives in symbols, faces, and flashes of insight that feel more real than the waking world. Some of you will have dreams tonight that seem too vivid to be fiction. The air will feel different, the colors more intense. You might find yourself flying, moving without effort, or having conversations with people you've never met. These aren't just dreams. They're messages, prophecies disguised as nighttime visions. You could witness events that haven't happened yet. You might meet people who don't exist in your current life yet. You might even get answers to questions you've been carrying for years, dropped into your consciousness without warning, clear as day. And here's what most people will miss. The energy of this portal makes the dream realm a classroom and a council room at the same time. You may not remember every detail when you wake up, But what matters will stick. A symbol, a phrase, an emotion so strong it lingers all day. Tonight, the veil between what is and what will be becomes almost transparent. Don't dismiss anything. If you wake up at strange hours, wide-eyed and heart racing, there's a reason. If a name echoes in your mind upon waking, write it down. If an image repeats, it's not by accident. This isn't imagination. This is initiation. And the decisions you make after what you see tonight, they'll shape more than just your future. They'll set the course for everything that comes next. So when you close your eyes tonight, remember, you're not just dreaming. You're being shown the map. And the moment you wake, that's when the journey really begins. The universe is speaking so loudly, the only way to hear it is in total silence. For many, today feels electric. Like every cell in their body is supercharged, their thoughts sharper, their energy brighter. But for others, something very different is happening. If you felt an unexplainable pull to withdraw, to be alone, to turn everything down to a hush, you're not avoiding life. You're aligning with something deeper. Right now, your system is receiving more information, more energy than it's used to. It's like standing in the middle of a crowded room where everyone is shouting at once. Eventually, you can't hear anyone's voice clearly. That's why your soul is calling for quiet. Not because you're tired or overwhelmed, but because something important is trying to break through the noise. The 639 portal isn't just an energy burst, it's an information stream. Messages, guidance, even upgrades to your intuition are flowing to you in waves. And silence? Silence becomes the space where those waves settle. In stillness, things become clear that were once blurry. What felt confusing starts to make sense. You may notice sounds feeling amplified today, even uncomfortable. You might find yourself lowering the volume of your favorite song, or pausing a conversation halfway through, realizing you can't focus on what's being said. That's your inner world tuning in to something beyond the physical. It's less about shutting the world out, and more about turning yourself inward, like closing your eyes so you can better feel what's happening beneath the surface. And here's the secret. In those moments of silence, your energy field reorganizes itself. Your thoughts align, your heart steadies, and something ancient within you wakes up. You may not even realize it's happening at first, but later, when you suddenly know something without knowing how, you'll understand. That clarity, it was born in the quiet. So if the world feels too loud today, honor that need to pull away. Let silence be your sanctuary. Sit with it. Breathe in it. Trust that in the quiet, something powerful is finding its way to you. The truth comes out. The veil lifts. And there's no going back. Once this portal passes through you, things can't stay the same. Reality itself feels thinner, more transparent, like you're seeing through layers you never even knew existed. And here's what no one tells you. When the energy shifts like this, it doesn't gently invite you to change. It pushes. Suddenly, the things you once tolerated become intolerable. The roles you played for others start feeling hollow. Conversations you've had 100 times before start sounding like echoes from a life you've already outgrown. For the next 6 days, life moves in ways that will leave you stunned. Doors you thought were shut creak open just enough to see the light pouring through. People you've been waiting for will show up, and they'll bring with them opportunities, lessons, or closure you didn't know you needed. But not all of it will feel comfortable. Some truths might sting. Some revelations may challenge what you thought was certain. You'll see people reveal their true colors, and sometimes they won't be the colors you expected. You'll watch situations unravel that you thought were solid. And yet, as strange as it feels, it will all make sense. It's the universe removing anything that no longer fits the version of you that's emerging. This portal didn't just open a doorway, it opened you. And what's ahead is bigger than anything you've imagined. But first, you have to walk through it. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.